This gentle flow is great for recovering from a cold or the flu, or if you have sore muscles. All right, so let's get started in a seated position. If you have blocks or a pillow and you'd like to sit on that, go ahead. We'll get this recovery on the road. Sit up nice and tall. You don't have to sit with your legs crossed. You can sit on your knees or sit with the legs out in front of you, whatever is most comfortable. And once you're there, let your hands rest on your thighs or you can stack them on your lap. Feel your sit bones on whatever you're sitting on. Let your eyes close or look at the tip of your nose and just gently breathe. Take these few moments to check in with yourself. Notice your breath pattern. Notice your heart rate. Notice how your head, neck, shoulders, and body feel. No judgment as we're simply observing. Notice if the length of the inhale differs from the length of the exhale. And there is no right or wrong here, just observe to learn. Notice if the breath is going into the lungs, the belly, or both. Now bring your attention to the hips. How are the hips feeling? How about the thighs, the hamstrings, the knees? And moving that focus down to the lower leg, your shins, calves, ankles, and feet. Now bring your attention to your whole body, your whole being. If it's too overwhelming for your mind to handle right now, it's all good. Shift your focus on your breath pattern instead. Take one more breath here. Let your eyes gently open or lift the gaze slightly if you are focusing on your nose. And let's bring the hands actively onto the knees. We'll take a few seated cows and cats. On your inhale, lift the heart, arching the spine. Exhale, curl the spine. It can be as shallow or as deep as you need it to be. Inhale, lift the heart, arching your back. Exhale, curl. Keep going on your own breath pattern. Do your best to keep this isolated to the torso. The arms are not pushing or pulling. The shoulders are just going along for the ride. Take one more full round of breath and we'll meet in neutral. Inhale your arms out to your sides, shoulder height. Exhale, side bend over to one side. It doesn't matter which side you choose. Allow the elbow to soften, keeping space between your ear and shoulder. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bend to the second side. Inhale through center. Exhale to the first side. Inhale, come up. Exhale over to the other side. Inhale, come to vertical. Exhale to the first side. Inhale up through center. Exhale, Do the second side, and come back up to center. I'll take this a few more times on your own. Good. Finish up the second side and come back to center with the arms remaining out to your sides. Now for some twists. As you exhale, twist to your right, gently placing the hands on the mat and your leg. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale through center, and now do a couple more rounds on your own breath pattern. Good. Come to center and take a deep breath. Move into your favorite variation of child's pose. Settle in and we'll stay here for a few breaths. For more inversion-free options of this pose, there's a link in the description. Inhale, lift the head and come onto hands and knees. Use your blocks if needed and step the right foot forward into low lunge. You can play around here to find the positioning that feels the best for you. Maybe it's more active and lifted, maybe it's more passive and leaning forward, as long as it's helping you feel okay. Once you've found your sweet spot, stay and breathe. From here, shift onto your back knee. Adjust your hands if needed and come into high lunge. Again, stay here for a few breaths. Let's make our way into Parsvottanasana. Tap the back foot forward until you have about 3 feet or 1 meter space between the heels. Back leg is outwardly rotated. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, settle into the hamstring stretch. And be mindful here to keep the hips level. Stay and breathe. And remember, we're not trying to force anything. We're trying to be very gentle with ourselves. Take one more breath here. Shift your weight into your front foot and come to standing for tree pose. Keeping the hips square, outwardly rotate the left leg. Find a connection of the foot to the inner leg where you feel balanced and sturdy. This could mean the foot connects by the ankle with the toes on the mat, it could be up on the calf muscle, or it could mean above the knee joint. Wherever that is for you, press the foot into your leg. The hands can be pressed at your heart center or on your waist. Eyes stay focused on something stationary at eye level or at the tip of your nose. Take one more breath here. Release the foot and come down into a squat. From here, step the right leg back for low lunge to work on the second side. Adjust the blocks so that they're the most supportive for you and settle in for a few breaths. Use this time to check in with yourself. What's going on physically? What's happening mentally? Remember, we're just observing sensation. No judgment needed. From here, shift onto your back knee. Adjust your hands if you need to and come into high lunge, staying for a few breaths. Now let's make our way into Parsvottanasana. Tap the back foot forward until you have that 3 feet or 1 meter of space between your heels, and keep that back leg outwardly rotated. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, settle into the hamstring stretch. Always being mindful that the hips stay level. Stay here and breathe. Take one more breath here. Shift your weight into your front foot and come to standing for tree pose. Keep the hips square and outwardly rotate the right leg. Find the connection of the foot to the inner leg on this side where you feel balanced and sturdy. Remember, it can go around the ankle, by the calf muscle, or above the knee joint. Then press that foot into your leg. Your hands can press together at your heart center or place them on your waist. Eyes stay focused on something stationary at eye level, or you can look at the tip of your nose. Take one more breath here. Release the foot and come down to a seated position. We'll make our way into half lord of the fish. Bring the left leg underneath, right leg on top. Feel free to sit on a block or pillow if your hips are tight and need more space. Inhale the arms out to your sides. Exhale, twist to the right. Right hand goes behind the hip. Hug the leg or tuck the other elbow around the top thigh. Let the neck rotate to the right as well, as long as this feels okay for you. The twist is a great stretch for the spine, but you also get a wonderful stretch through the outer hip. Inhale, bring the head to the front. Exhale, release the twist and switch the legs to do the other side. This time the right leg is underneath, left leg is on top. Inhale the arms out to your sides. Exhale, twist to the left. Enjoy that stretch through the spine and the hips. Inhale, bring the head to the front. Exhale, release the twist. If you're on any props, gently remove them and sit on your mat with the feet flat, mat width apart, or the hands behind you for support. To release the hips, we'll do some gentle windshield wipers. Allow the knees to rock from side to side. Feel free to move at whatever pace feels good for you. These not only provide some mobility for the hip joint and low back, but also give a great massage for your glutes. Take each side one more time. Come back to center and set up for our final rest. You can set up in Shavasana if you prefer. However, today I will be in a seated position. If you choose to sit, feel free to prop under your hips and sit however you feel the tallest. Crossed legs, extended legs, on your knees, etc. And then let your hands rest on your legs or in your lap. Let your eyes close and just breathe in stillness. Keep your focus on where you feel the breath moving in your body. You may feel it anywhere along the pathway of air moving in and out. When you find that spot, keep your mind's eye focused on it and observe the natural movement it provides. Start to deepen your breath. Take a few moments here to check in with how you feel after this practice. How do you feel physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, and spiritually? Take a moment for some gratitude. What are you grateful for in this moment and why? Thank you so much for practicing with me. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste. Avoiding going upside down in your yoga classes? Avoid common mistakes that are made when staying head over heart to accelerate your transformation. Click the link in the comments to learn more and to get my free guide on how to modify common poses.